All right guys, so today I have to maintain my Fzone Aqua stainless steel canister filter that I've been using for 1.5 months. So I figured I'd show you guys the process and let's go over it. First and foremost, power off, just like that. These are cheap, quick connects, so if you got a better one that doesn't leak, more power to ya. So much water in there. But hey, for 20 bucks, can't complain. Got the 4 latches. It's quite snappy, so be careful when you're doing that. Oh, I forgot, there's quite the suction on there, so what you want to do is open it so the pressure is released, let the water out. No, that's good enough. All right, let's take this to the bathroom. Since it's stainless steel, I put a little carpet in there so it doesn't mess up the tub. Out comes the plate. Pretty yucky. Now over here I have the chlorinated water. If you saw my last video, I bagged them up, which makes removing them pretty easy. We get our sponges out and the last plate. Now for the rest of it, rinse it. As you do with any type of media, give it a quick rinse. Now, before I close the hatch, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill this up with water so it makes priming a little bit easier. If the intake is on one side, I like to put the outlet on the opposite side. One thing I probably will be doing in the future is clean the pipes, but it's kind of annoying with this because I have to unscrew so many parts in order to just clean the pipes. So I'm just gonna save that for another time. Now we're just gonna reconnect everything. And voila. Now, before I turn it on and prime it, I'm going to do a quick water change for the tank. Water change is complete. I'm gonna turn on the tap, plug the power back in, and the last part, which is not a fan favorite, you gotta suck on the outtake. First and foremost, I know you have to clean your canister filter on a regular basis anyways, but I do miss that pre-filter feature that comes with a canister such as a Owaze or a Fluva 07. I also miss the priming button. Priming this thing, you have to do it manually, kind of have to suck on the outtake in order to get the water start flowing. But I actually have an easy way of doing it without using your mouth, so you're not sucking up a whole bunch of water. So I'll show you guys in just a minute. Use this turkey baster. Take off the back. And then you do this. Cup it to the hole, squeeze. You guys see that water coming? You guys see that? That's it. The other thing is the filter pump is a little bit annoying to access. You have to unscrew a whole bunch of parts, take it apart, clean it, and put it all back together. And this is kind of minor, but the canister filter itself is quite heavy, so imagine it being filled with water. So when you're lifting it, lift with your legs. Don't use it back. There are a couple of plates available with the canister filter. One is at the very bottom that all the media sits on top of, and of course the other one to hold everything together like a sandwich. Since the way I set up my canister filter, I put all the sponges at the bottom and all the media up top. So what happens over time is the heavy media is crushing the sponge a little bit. I do wish they make some that have legs that you could put on top of the very bottom one. That way the media is not crushing my sponges. Does it still work? Yeah, it absolutely do work, but just something I like to have, you know? And the last thing I have to mention, I got rid of the skimmer and just got a regular intake. The reason being, this canister filter is so strong, what would happen most of the time when I use the skimmer, it will suck in air. I would have to turn the power down to like 20-25% in order for the skimmer to function properly. Like they say, with great power comes extra responsibilities. Same as my previous video, I would say It is very aesthetically pleasing. The design is very minimalist. The lifetime warranty on this canister filter that Fzone is providing is definitely a plus. The other things I like is the huge media capacity. Just for comparison, the Oa's Biomaster 350 holds about 6.8 liters, and this holds 10 liters. And of course, I mentioned before, the feed button is super useful to me when I'm feeding fishes. I don't need to unplug the filter. I just press that little feed button and it gives me a 10-minute window to feed my fish, have them enjoy the food without it blowing around in the tank. And of course, the controller lets you adjust the flow rate, and I've actually used that. For instance, when I get lazy with cleaning my canister filter, I notice the flow will get cut because obviously it's dirty. What I always do is the lazy man version, I just turn the flow rate up. And the other thing I've noticed when cleaning this, since it's not plastic, like all the gunk that gets stuck on the wall, I could easily wipe it off. That actually makes life a little bit easier. What I do want to try in the future is to get bigger pipes in order to utilize the full potential of this canister filter, which is its extremely high flow rate. Oh, and FYI, this tank is looking superb. What I did was I added air plant on all the twigs. So looking forward for that to grow. All the plants are doing well. I'll probably do an official update one of these days. Thank you all for being patient. Peace.